Question 7. Jamie, we don't need to worry about this. Our software vendor is building AI into all of this now, so maybe we should just hold off. Okay, great. But what's the strategy, right? A lot of companies, virtually all software companies, are now building AI into what they do. Now, in most instances, this often seems to be just a chatbot where you can chat with your data. I mean, yes, that's good, that's powerful, but I don't think that really kind of helps people. You know, okay, you can go in and you can find data and stuff like that, but it's not really helping your processes. Is it? So my question to that, or my answer to that in response to that is, does it really solve the problem? Or is it maybe even just solving some of the problem? Again, it goes back to an earlier video that I did. You know, what's the agenda here? Is the agenda that they can just put more funky stuff into their systems and software? Or are they actually trying to resolve problems that clients have? Does it deal with the bigger picture? And when I say the bigger picture, what I mean is your systems and processes. So as I often use as an example, invoice processing, you know, it's not just one system, it's incorporating a lot of different things. So is this update to the system, the AI plugin or whatever it might be, is that actually going to stop people having to sit there and do stuff? Is it going to stop them having to still put stuff into a spreadsheet? Is it going to stop people having to still read something off an email and type it into the system? Maybe a better way to look at this is understanding why you're doing a process, how you're doing a process, and is that the best way to do a process? Now, one of the things I should say is that in some cases we turn around to clients and say, no, do you know what? Don't use automation or intelligent automation. It's not the right thing to do. Before you do anything, you need to kind of rewind and say, okay, let's look at our process. Let's model the process of a system, whether it's, you know, new client onboarding or new staff onboarding or whatever it might be. Has anyone actually stopped and said, right, what does this process look like? So that's a massive part of what we do, is helping clients actually see what the process is. In 9 times out of 10, this is a system or a process that's evolved over many, many years, sometimes decades. No one really understands why it's being done anymore, how it's being done. It just kind of happens organically. And that's fine, you know. Why, if it ain't broken, then why fix it? But in our opinion, you know, AI is here, automation is here. You can really benefit, and actually just spending that time going through that process and understanding that process will get you to a far better place. And even if you don't want to use some third party to do kind of AI and automation, what you can then do is go to your software vendor and say, look, this is our process. How exactly is the improvement that you're making to your software with AI or automation? How is that going to help with this end-to-end process? So I think it's great. It's good that these software vendors are doing this now and they're building it in. But ask yourself the bigger question. How does this help our overall process? Not just the individual doing a particular thing. How does it resolve and help the entire process?